Hi, this is Scott Fano with Cutler Real Estate here with the inaugural episode of On the Spot with Scott. This is going to be a video series kind of diving into different situations that I come across with buyers and sellers who have unique situations. There's no two real estate transactions that are the same. There's lots of ups and downs, certain circumstances that individuals have that will determine what their end goal is going to be. So in this case, I have Sarah here, who is a recent seller of mine that I've worked with, where basically her situation was quite unique in the fact that she inherited a home that came with a mortgage that needed quite a bit of work done to it. And when we originally started looking at this project, it was, do we dump time, money, sweat equity into this thing and get everything we can out of it? Or do we hit the ground running, sell it as is, and maybe cut some losses and go on down the road? And Sarah's a very busy woman and lots of things to do, so that had to be taken into consideration as well. We opted for more of the marathon approach because after looking at comps and looking at the value that this property could bring if we did certain things, we opted to get her the most money as we could. It took a little bit longer, but okay, so the things that we looked at was the things that had to be fixed, the things that should be fixed, and the things that could be fixed to up that value and get a good return in the end for her. And for me personally, this transaction went beautifully. She took a lot of my suggestions, if not almost all of them, obviously. And of course, not all of them because it was her pocketbook and not mine. But it was a perfect marriage, I believe, with a client and agent. We worked very well together and had great success. And I can tell you that because we hit the market full price offer day and a half. Enough said, right? So I wanted to hear from Sarah here, a little bit after the fact of how she felt everything went. Now, I will give you a little disclaimer. We are under contract. We're not all the way through this yet. Obviously, I have a long way to go, but so far, so great. So I'll say that. But so this is Sarah, and Sarah, what do you think your biggest struggle in all of this was?
Well, probably the biggest struggle for me was not understanding anything about real estate. I've never sold a house before, so appreciate your patience with me and the long journey that we have had together, but it was a good one. But not understanding, I knew how much I owed. How do I not go in the hole, break even, or make a profit? And we talked about all those things and how to make that happen. So, and then I lived actually in a different zip code, so that was a challenge, and I have a very busy job. So to make all that happen and your patience with me to work on all those little projects and big projects as my schedule permitted on weekends throughout well over a year probably. And then not just the financial big ticket items that we had to do, a few of them, but all the sweat equity, right? I mean, that's something my family and I had to sit down and talk about at the beginning, is like, okay, are we willing to paint every room and put down new carpet and make everything really neutral, and what would the new homeowner want, like you suggested, and all of those things paid off. But it did take quite a while, but I was okay with that time frame, and you allowed me that luxury to do that. And then when the timing was right, we decided, okay, now we're going to put it on the market. So I couldn't be more pleased and blessed and appreciative for the whole experience.
All right, so now we've heard about a lot of the bad stuff, which actually didn't even sound too horrible because I feel like we just had such a good chemistry. It's not always like that, but that's okay. So let's talk a little bit about what the best part of this whole thing was.
Okay.
What was good for you in this?
All right. The best part was I didn't have to deal with any of the social media and all of that. Like as far as advertising and communicating, that was wonderful. And the best part though was that the house sold in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta love that.
That's crazy.
Those
I had
are the
no
best.
idea. Yeah, I totally wasn't expecting that. I mean, I'm assuming. Oh, I hope we get an offer 60 days, 90 days.
Right. Yeah. And I have to say that I felt that the house was going to go quick. And this is a little confession, is I really try to not overpromise and underdeliver because I hate the taste of my feet. So, I knew that you did such a great job and you put the money where it was supposed to go, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to tell you, hey, I didn't want to be that guy. That used car salesman type guy. It's like, oh, we're going to have this sold for you in 2 hours. Yeah. But, it worked out great. So, so let's get into that a little bit. So we did the right things, obviously.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I'm not taking all the credit. I gave my opinion. Some of them were unrealistic for your budget. Mm-hmm. Some of them, you understood what I was talking about. At the end of the day, this is your money. This is your sweat going into it. I'm not going over there and doing the work. Right? My job is to sell your property, and I know the market well enough, and I know what buyers are looking for.
Right.
But I can't spend your money for you. Right. So I think one of the things that I had suggested might bring up the value of the property was running a gas line because you were on oil heat, and you were like, you're out of your mind, right? And that's okay. That's okay. But some of the other things were like non-negotiable, had to be fixed. Right. So what were a couple of those items?
Well, I needed to get a new railing in my home. Gutters. Mm-hmm. As far as the extras, it was 300-foot driveway, I believe I have. Right. So we graveled all of that, painted all the rooms, made everything neutral, new carpeting in all the bedrooms. My appliances were already new, which was fortunate, or I would have probably replaced them, but I just bought them.
The electrical panel was a big one,
Oh, that was the non-negotiable.
Right, like we had that's like a health and safety thing, folks.
Yeah.
Like you got anything electrical going on in your home, it's a really good idea to knock that out pre-sale.
That was a big one.
Yeah, I mean, sooner or later you're going to have to fix this anyhow.
Yeah.
Okay, the house has to be safe, and I think everyone agrees
it was
that
dated.
that we want people to be safe in their home, especially when
course.
We're handing it to a family.
I got a new sub pump.
Yeah, a new sump pump, and there were some connections that didn't make sense. That may have been a little DIY, but and then your lower level, that was huge.
Oh yeah, right. So the lower level was it was an office and a really small family room, sort of kind of. Tore down a wall, just made it gorgeous. It's like this beautiful big family room now.
Right.
Which I'm excited. I raised my kids there many years ago, and I hope, knock on wood, it doesn't matter, but it'd be great if somebody else comes in there and has a family, and it's a great place to raise a family. It's a beautiful area. I'm just fortunate for the time I had and looking forward to someone else to have that opportunity too.
Yeah, and you hit the nail right on the head as far as why I'm in this business is I just love that stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There is an emotional side to this business for all of us involved in it. It doesn't always have to be stressful, right? Yeah. And if you can hang on to those moments in this business where you're handing over something that you've enjoyed to a new family that gets to start their lives together,
that's a good thing.
In something that you put your own sweat and blood and love into for so many years, it is just it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of good memories, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm beginning a new chapter, and I'm thrilled somebody else can too.
You gave me trust.
Yeah.
And that really meant a lot to me. I appreciate that.
Well, and vice versa. You were hounding me last June going, "Sir, you ready to put on the market yet? What the, come on, talk,
Right.
Oh, we're wasting time here." I wasn't ready because I needed to do it at my pace.
Absolutely.
And it worked out just fine.
Yep.
And I think the other thing too is the transparency and the communication we've had all along regarding the repairs and the finances. Like
Right.
I knew in my head how much I could spend, and we talked about that. I was honest with you. So I had to make decisions too. Well, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to do this. And well, that one might be really nice, and I might not get a particular buyer because I didn't fix that.
Right.
But that's a decision and gamble that I was willing to take, and obviously it paid off for me. But because I didn't want to just keep investing because I still have bills and things to do and want to take a vacation. So I had to weigh that out.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a big part of this, because just selling a house it's also an investment.
Absolutely.
In yourself and in your future, but it's not. It's a little. It's not just something you just make a decision, right? I mean, it's a lot of planning and talking,
Absolutely.
and I didn't know about all of that until we took this journey together. But it turned out really well.
Sarah, took great suggestions and had her own input and her own plan as well that we implemented, and that gave us the success that we're experiencing right now today. So, all right, Sarah, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it for our inaugural On the Spot with Scott.
Thrilled to be a part of it.
Production here, and obviously we're not quite done together, which is a good thing because I love you to death. So let's keep this ball rolling, and hopefully we're going to have fabulous success closing this thing up. No worries, because if something does happen, I have no doubt that we can just get it right back out there. Okay, so again, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
All right,
Thank
and then
you.
I'll see you soon. I want to thank you as well for sitting through and watching this video. This is going to become a regular thing, and I hope you tune in. More details to come. Okay, and thanks for joining us here at Cutler Fairlawn. What a better place to be, right? We have a great thing going on here. We have an amazing manager, Tony Berg. Our company is second to none. I might be a little biased, but hey, I love it here. If you're thinking about making a change where you're at and you're currently an agent, or thinking about getting into real estate, that would be my suggestion, to give us a call over here, okay? You can call me personally. I'd love to chat with you a little bit about it, or I can get you in touch with the right folks. And please, I'm sure you have some comments to leave me, some questions to leave me, and better yet, if you got a house to buy or sell and just want to talk about your unique situation to see if we can get some good results for you, and what your goals can be, to see if I can help you get to your finish line, whatever that may be. But you can find my contact information Facebook page or my website, scottfano.com, and hope to hear from you soon.